Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Music Mondays. This is week
Monday.
17.
Music Monday.
Taylor just told me what episode it was, and I already forgot. 17. So this week, we are doing MGMT's new album, Little Dark Age. I should have drank water before. I feel scratchy. So yeah, MGMT has been around forever, since 2002 actually. Was when they were formed, and they released their first album, in 2007, which was Oracular Spectacular, which had Kids and Electric Feel, and if you don't know those songs, you've been under a rock somewhere on a deserted island, because everybody knows that song.
I know, last weekend I was with Evan and I was like, yeah, we're doing MGMT's new album next week. And he was like, who? And I was like, you'll know this song. And I played Kids and he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like I feel like if you don't know who they are, then they're like that band that they play that song, you're like, oh, that's that band?
Yeah,
they're like one of those.
that band, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know them, but I know who they are.
Yeah, indeed.
That's kind of how I am with them. Like I know a few of their songs, but I don't listen to them.
Yeah, I don't really listen to them a ton either. But I really like this new album. I know you weren't a huge fan, but
It's just not the music that I listen to.
yeah, and it's a little weird, but that's okay. So let's go into
That's quite a last name.
yeah. So it says I tried to say what as instead of being we usually write ze boy or ze girl or whatever, and I just wrote ze what, but I forgot to erase the L.
I wondered what
girl.
waddle was.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Okay, so they were formed in 2002 when members Andrew Van Wingarden, I guess I said that right, and Ben Goldwasser were in college, I think, is when they formed it. So they're the two members, and then they have a live band. But so for the studio stuff, Andrew does lead vocals, guitar, keyboard, bass, drums, percussion. Ben Goldwasser, or maybe it's Goldwasser, maybe he's full German.
Goldwasser.
Does vocals, keyboard, guitar, and percussion. And then they have a live band, which includes Will Berman on drums, percussion, harmonica, backing vocals, Simon O'Connor on bass, backing vocals, and James Richardson on lead guitar, keyboards, and backing vocals.
Solid.
So, lots of people involved in this
Yeah.
little shindig. What? Okay.
Yep.
So they were originally signed by Cantor Records, and they later signed with Columbia and Red Ink in 2006, and released their debut album, Oracular Spectacular, later that year, which, as I said, has Kids and Electric Feel on it. And they had 2 more albums. Congratulations came out in 2010, and then their self-titled album came out in 2013. I'm gonna burp. Hold on.
But
Maybe I'm not. So, Little Dark Age is their 4th studio. I acted as if I couldn't count to 4.
1, 2. It's their 6th album. Yeah.
Dear God. So yeah, this is their 4th album, and they began working on it in 2016. Teased the album in, well, I typed out 201. 200. I started teasing it in 201, 2017, and then it came out in February of this year. So that's cool.
It did.
And then, okay, so I was like, wow, where am I? So I have a big old paragraph. So they said in an interview that this album is an expression of dismay to our current political and social climate, with the occasional reference to their own lives, which I think is really cool to put that kind of stuff in music. I think it's nifty.
Yeah.
And then in the interview, they also said that it says MGMT, this is from Wikipedia, so I don't know if I can get copyrighted or whatever for reading this. I got it on Wikipedia. MGMT admitted that their 2 previous albums were so poorly received that they thought they could never have reached peak popularity like they had with the release of their first album. Since their separation, which the 2 main members separated for a while, went their separate ways and took a break. But the 2 core members began working long distance on Little Dark Age via email. So Little Dark Age was in part shaped by this unique distance relationship between the 2 musicians, who later decided to meet and jointly work together again, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's heartwarming.
Yeah. Aww. So cute.
Yeah.
Also, I guess we didn't address, my hair's gone.
Yeah.
So that's some garbage. You want to hear that story? I feel like I've been just talking very, about this album. So let's just have a fun story about my haircut.
Her hot barb hair.
So I went to the hair place, and I said, okay, I want it cut to, here. This is what I got. This tiny, tiny, little, tiny bob. And she goes, oh my God, it's so cute. Do you like it? And I went, wow, it sure is short. And I was like, I wanted to be like, no, I don't like it at all. So I'm getting used to, I feel like, I told my mom I look like a bell, because my hair's kind of a triangle. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. But yeah, and these headphones just, you want me to fix that? Yeah. These headphones just, make me look like I'm bald, I feel like, because it's just these giant headphones, and then all my very what little hair I have left is all hidden behind
I
it.
was like, Leah, try and put some hair in front of your headphones. And she was like, well, if I do that, then they'll know that I'm listening through my ears.
I did say that. I meant listening through my hair that's over my ears. Yeah, I know that ears are where you listen. I did pass anatomy barely.
in your ears.
In your butt.
Butthole, yeah.
Oh, God. That's gross. All right, that was my fun side rant. I just wanted to, draw attention to it because
Yeah.
I'm annoying.
Well, I mean, when I did, I was like, I got bangs.
Bye.
I got a bob.
I got a bob on accident.
Yeah.
So, great.
Good
All right,
shit.
so what's your favorite song?
When You're Small. I've been on my sad boy shit this week.
Mhm.
So that was the most sad boy hour song for me.
Yeah, that song's it's about when you're little and how everything is, you're just naive and
Yeah.
kind of just floating through space and time.
Mm-hmm.
Real good.
I liked that one.
My favorite is Little Dark Age, which is an actual song on it, but it opens up and it's like, "Dong, dong, dong, king, kong, kong, bong, dong," and I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's our theme song.
I like going into what we like about the album as a whole. I literally wrote it's boingy and weird, and I think that's cool, which it is. It's exactly what you would expect out of MGMT, which is kind of a weird boingy band.
Yeah, they add a lot of weird elements to their music, and I do appreciate that.
It's like they're sampling sounds of construction or something. You know what I mean? It's really weird, but it works. Sometimes it's okay, this is maybe a little bit of a stretch, but
I felt this album was less electronica than their previous albums.
Yeah.
It was more actual instruments. Not that they didn't have fake sounds in there too, but
from a synth or something.
Yeah.
Not I guess that's where it comes from. A synth is where that comes from, but it's just it sounded you weren't what is that?
Yeah.
How are they producing this sound? You could easily come to a conclusion on how the sound was made.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm not the biggest, I don't listen to all of their music all the time, but it was kind of, so my roommate Caroline told me about it, and they are mean. And I was like, oh, because so one of the songs, Handed Over, came up on my Discover Weekly, and I was like, that's a really nice song. They have a lot of ballads on here, I feel like. And I was like, that's really good. I like that song. And she's like, yeah, it's a whole album. They have a whole album. And I was like, oh. And it was kind of, so I get stuck in a playlist rut where I just kind of listen to the same playlist over and over again, and then I'm like, I am so bored with all my music, and then I just keep listening to the same music and then wonder why I'm bored.
She says for the third week in a row.
Huh?
I said she says for the third week in a row.
Yeah, so, if you don't know by now.
In case you guys didn't know.
This was a good refresher of something a little different and a little weird. And I was really glad about it. Because it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in the car and I'm doing weird stuff because I feel like I have to move my body in a weird way. And then people look at me and they're like, oh God, she's having a stroke. And I'm like, nah, I'm just
I'm just
yeah. Just feeling it.
I think part of what turned me off about this album is that it's not generally the music that I listen to, and the songs are quite long.
They are long.
There's a 5-minute song. There's another song that's 4 minutes and 50 seconds. It's quite long. So I lost interest. quickly. Like, I only listened to it like twice through.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I don't have that much to say about it because I just didn't love it.
Yeah.
But
and it's okay.
sue me.
We're not both gonna love every single album.
Yeah, I
So-
did say, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I did say that I enjoyed the album cover.
It's like what Taylor likes about this album, the album cover. Wow.
I like
We should just make Music Mondays reviewing album covers.
We could mention the album covers.
We could. Maybe we should start doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, we do put it up in episodes, but like we don't talk about it.
I like it because it's a sad clown
Yeah,
and like everything looks like it's melting.
me too. I too am a sad clown.
It looks like that font is like from a specific time period.
Like medieval.
Like the LDA and then like the dot work art like is from a specific time period. Any of the art majors listening, please let us know.
Let us know where that's from.
I just
What
went straight into my NPR voice.
anyone who is. Hello.
My dad always says that our set makes him think of the SNL skit Sweaty Balls because it's an NPR. Have you not seen that skit?
No.
Oh my god, it's so funny. So it's an NPR skit, and it's like I think it's cheese balls, or like something that they're promoting, and they're sweaty balls, and they're like using their best NPR voices to. It's just really funny.
I'm googling the image. Oh.
Yeah. Sweaty
Yeah.
balls.
Sweaty balls. Who is that guy?
It's-
What's his name?
That's he's the guy that does the Trump impression on SNL.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with
I'm not
actor
good with names. And it's like, and I feel, God, I'm so bad at remembering things. Like, we're both film majors, and yet I don't, like, know any actors or any movies or anything at all, and it's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Well, here's the thing. Neither of us want to make movies.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it doesn't really matter for
Yeah.
us.
Like, I mean, I know a lot about music and musicians.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Show me an artist, and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking that guy.
yeah. Okay.
Good.
So,
was
moving
good.
on. Back to this album. So,
Yeah.
What? Pitchfork. I don't know what that was.
Bullshit. That's that bullshit right there.
Oh God! So they were not very nice. They gave him a 7, which I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
It's not the worst.
Like for
review.
Pitchfork, but then they were like pretty mean. The
Mm-hmm.
first sentence of the article is, "This could have been MGMT's last chance," and I'm like,
Well, no, it's not, because they can continue to release music all they want. Just because, like, I could release, I could release 80,000 songs for fun, and not one person could listen to them. But I'm still gonna do it because I want to, and it's fun.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like Pitchfork is like they're not like mainstream popular. It's like, just because you don't like the music and it's not like the most popular thing in the world doesn't mean that it's like bad. It's like, it's just different music, and some people do like it.
Yeah.
And get your head out your ass.
Did you hear that, Pitchfork?
God,
The #1 trusted name in music.
head out your ass.
We just shout at them.
Good.
After 3 weeks of being like,
I know.
"Thanks, Pitchfork."
Another thing that they said indie has changed over the last decade, yet MGMT's Andrew Van Windgarden and Ben Goldwasser have seemed uninterested in keeping up.
Do you think they keep up with the Kardashians?
I mean, if you aren't, making music, well, that's the other thing. It took like a long break. It's like they're people, they're human beings, and if they needed to take a break, they can take a break.
Yeah.
Musicians don't work for you, okay?
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
God.
Retweet. Snap, snap.
Ugh. They did say the good news is that Little Dark Age marks a welcome shift in tactics. Much of the belabored excess of the last 2 albums is gone. They have traded the shaggy 1960s references and overstuffed arrangements for comparatively streamlined pop, and they have rediscovered their ability to write hooks. The dark undercurrent that has always permeated their music is still here, but the lyrics are less diaristic and more focused, less acid-soaked and more acid-tongued. I don't know what any of that means. Like, less acid-soaked and more acid-tongued? Huh?
Yeah.
Pitchfork what?
No.
Pitchfork also, like, is just so, like, dense in their writing, and I'm like,
yeah.
nobody talks like that. like I mean, like, I understand, like, you can understand what they're saying. Like, this was not really the nicest thing that they have ever said. But it's just like, you could have gotten to that point without the dark undercurrent that has always permeated their music. Like, that's just, like, so excessive.
Yeah.
And what is
They use
acid?
a lot of fluff
What does
words.
acid-tongued mean? What does that mean? I'm interested, genuinely. I'm not. It's a long article. They did say if Little Dark Age is a new start, it's a promising one, which, like, fine. They, like, are really mean in this review, and then also, like, they're like, oh, but like, it's okay. And I'm like, decide. You gotta decide.
Someone on Genius says that this is their best album and they love it.
I think it's good. I mean, I don't think I've heard stuff from their middle albums. But I mean, like, Kids and Electric Feel, like, that stuff, that's just classic slapping.
They have good song names too.
Yeah. Also, I wrote on the bullshit from Pitchfork, they are mean, and I don't know if you can see it, but Taylor made it really big. So I wanted to let you know. If you're listening on audio, you have to go watch the video now, just for that 3 seconds of something that doesn't matter.
Yes.
So yeah.
Hey, for the guys.
All right. So that's the shit I don't like. I said I generally like all of this album. Taylor goes,
I generally don't, because this isn't the music that I listen to, and that's okay.
ding, ding. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's what?
I said, we need enough.
I don't know what this was.
I don't-
That was weird.
I don't know.
But yeah, so that's MGMT's Little Dark Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel neutral about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't think I would listen to the entire album over and over again, but I do like some of the songs on there. They're pretty good. Like, I think maybe a good introduction to somebody who maybe doesn't listen as much to this kind of music would be Handed Over. That song's a little more, I don't want to say mainstream, because it's not, but, like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's a little less out there and, you know, boingy, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to go into our chores? Is it chore time?
Yeah. Let's
So yeah,
sweep it up.
talk about who we're doing next week.
I hate myself. Yeah, next week
Sweep it up.
we're doing Donna Missile. Missile? Donna.
Donna.
Hot Donna. It's her album, This Time. And it's good.
This time.
Yes.
That was good.
Really good. It'll be fun. Fun and fresh and new and great.
Fun and fresh and new and great. You know what else is fresh? Our freshly updated Friday faves. Our Twitter. Our Instagram. Our Facebook. Our YouTube. SoundCloud. Anchor. Etc. Here we go. It's all music Monica.
Speaking of Facebook, I got locked out of my Facebook this morning, and then I just tried to log into my Instagram on my computer, and it won't let me into that either. So I think I might have gotten hacked.
That's not good.
So if anyone gets any weird Facebook messages from me, they're like not from me, they're like from the hacker.
Hey, hacker! So if you want to be friends with the hacker,
boy.
Taylor. All right. Well, that's all we have for
Great.
this one.
Love it.
We will see you next time. Have a musical Monday.
Boy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. I think we should stop before.